Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do our art journal page, positive intentions, and I've been trying to do this once a week. So if you're not familiar, it's just I'm just doing a some journal pages with positive intentions on to go back and remind myself of things. Now they're quotes, they're this, that, the other. I just like doing them. I like quotes. Sometimes I have to remind myself. It's like a I don't know, like a pop in the head kind of thing, just to remember. So today's quote is going to be life becomes easier when you learn to accept the apology you never got. And I think that's so important for a lot of us where we have been wronged in some way, whether we were young, now, whenever. And the person either feels that they have no participation in what happened to us, and they don't feel that they're wrong. And then we stand here like, hello. And they say that you feel better when you forgive and you move on, and that doesn't mean that you give that person permission or make them right in what they did, but let's set you free. So this is what this quote means, and I'm going to do it. I don't know. We'll see what the page looks like. So what this is my journal. And this is gift tissue. You can get it at the dollar store. And there were three that I wanted. I had Emily pick one, like the one that she loved the most. And I really secretly like this one the most, because I love all the flowers and I love the colors. So I thought we'll play with this today. You get quite a bit of tissue. So I'll be using this for all kinds of things. And it's just paper, tissue. I'm going to do a canvas with it, just one of my big abstract canvases. And anyway, doesn't matter. So what I want to do is I'm going to take some parchment, and this is like almost like a Titan buff, because I want to blank out a lot of this page. I want some of this to come through, but it's kind of, I don't know. I kind of have something in my head that I want it to look like. Will it look like that? Probably not, but it'll look like something. So I have many instances where this quote comes into fruition for me, or handy. So for me, I thought, this is going to be a good one to remember, and a good one to work on. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Now you can use whatever color you want. I'm going to wet my brush the slightest to get it flowing. But I think we all, whether it's a mother, father, relative, boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, friend, we've all had an experience. I am going to sneeze. It's went up like 20 degrees more than it was yesterday here. So it's going to be one of them days. Okay, so you can see I'm just pushing that back for the moment. I'm going to take a paper towel. I like doing this. I like taking, you can see my paper towel has like texture. So I like to use it as a stamp sometimes. Sometimes it works good. Depends on, what we got going underneath there, but you're not going to be able to see it too well. I can see some of the texture, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then you can kind of see that. Can you see like the texture a little bit? That's all. You see how it pushed it back. I'm going to dry it. All I did was use Mod Podge to put this down. Of course, you can use, your glue stick. You can use your uh, white glue all, whatever you have, PVA glue, tape. It don't matter. Whatever you have to get it down. So you can see how that's kind of a off-white. I didn't want it to be pretty because, I don't know, it just wasn't what was in my head. Now you can see I have just a piece of paper in between, so I can just splat and do what I want to do, and I'm not going to worry about it. Also, I wrote down the quote. I was going to stamp it. I was going to print it out, which you can do whatever you want. For me, I want it to be my handwriting. So this is going to sound very whoopee doopy. But so I become part of the page. Part of me becomes part of that page, the quote, the energy of what goes into it. That's just me. Does not have to be you. You don't have to believe in any of what I just said. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you can't do the art journal page, but that's just me. So I made a stamp. And I think, how do I want to do this? Do I put the words down first? Do I work around it? Do I do a background? I think I'm just going to go a little bit of mixed media. I went to AC Moore and I got this for $1.99. So I was like, I'm going to take it. Not take it. I literally paid for it, but you know what I mean. $1.99. When you can walk out of when I can walk out of AC Moore for $5 or less and have a little bit of a bag full, somebody's happy. And I saw that they're now 50 to 70% off rather than the 30. So I don't know. I have to make a little trip over there. They're about done here though, but so I'm not really going to care too much about what way this goes. I just want some of that texture. Now, I don't want to go too dark because I want to stay muted, but maybe I'll use a little. I showed you this the other day. I got these for like $3. And these are my favorite things in the world. And if I didn't already have so many of the colors that they had, I would have picked more, but I didn't. I'll pick these because I like the transparent. Let's see what this does. I love golden. Golden, I love. However, I cannot afford golden. And I think that folk art for me works fantastic. But, you know, again, you got to like what you like and use what you use. I think folk art's fantastic. I think that if I had a sponge to do what I want to do, we'd be in good shape, wouldn't we? We're always prepared here. Make sure you leave a comment down there how I should have had everything set out before I started. Please do, because I enjoy those so much. I thought I did. I didn't. We're going to move on. Let's see if it's in my bag of. Yep, here it is. I put it away. Go figure. Okay. There we go. All right. So you see, and I'm going to say, oh, that's soft there. So I'm going to just put a little bit on there. Just like that. And let's see what this does. And I don't have to get the whole thing. You know, I'm not going so much for like a crisp picture, I guess, or stencil. I just want some of that color. And see what the poopy mustard color looks like. And that's, if I ever come out with my own paint line, that's going to be the names of it. Poopy mustard. Oh, nice big hole there. I can't today. Boom. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Could have put some texture down, but I'm not. Oh, I like that. Let's see if you could see that a little bit better there. Look, you could see I'm a dancing queen. When that sun comes in through that back window, it is harsh. So, gotta figure out what to do. Anyway, I'm just going in. I just like to do a squeeze. And when I see it come out, yeah, same thing. Maybe you're impatient and you're like, I'm just going to give it a wipe. Just adding some texture. See? Not bad, not bad. Looks very yellow on there, but it's not. It's like I said, nickel azo gold. Look at the difference of the color there and there. Okay. That's okay. Now I was going to draw a little, like one of my little folk art girls on here. dry this, and this dries fast. You're gonna hate what I do next. I'm gonna push that back too. So I'm gonna make sure my brush is dry. I want it damp, but I don't want it wet. I'm going back in with parchment. You can use, you know, cream, whatever you have. I'm just gonna do a dot there. I'm gonna take my damp brush, and now you saw I used acrylic paint, and the reason I used acrylic paint is because I know a lot of you are, you know, starting out and you don't have a lot of supplies. So in order to use a stencil or something you made by yourself, oh, I lost my train of thought. You can definitely use your acrylic paint. It dries, it does not smudge. You don't have to worry too much. Now you see how that pushed that back a little bit? I like it. So now I want to go in. Wonder if I just use this part. I'm just going to keep pushing back. I don't think I grabbed the stamp that I wanted to use, of course, but that's okay. Because we're always looking for new things. Oh, I can always use this. I can always use the key. All right, so I'm going to pick a little bit of a different color. I'm going right in with golden today because they're sitting here. The quinacridone nickel azo gold. And I'll just go in the same area I was, just give it a squeeze. And I'm only gonna tap it here. Dab it, dab it, dab it. Full Angie. And I'm doing this, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of lay it where, give it a little. And maybe a little bit here. So you see how I'm just using my stencil in ways, you know, I'm just getting mostly bang for my buck. Now you can see how dark it is there. I might want it that dark. So I might go in with a little bit more of my paint. Again, I'm gonna dab it for Angie. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. I hope it's warm. We had no winter here whatsoever. I think we had like a half an inch of snowfall. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Now look, if you don't have a stencil and you don't have a what's it call it? I just lost all train of thought thinking of the weather. If you don't have a stencil or you don't have, you know, a sponge, use a paper towel, use a brush, use whatever you have. Don't ever feel like you can't do something. So I'm going to dry this again. And the reason I'm leaving this part empty is probably because that's where I'm going to put the words. Because the words are going to really cover all this. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that one more time, push it back. I'm not going to put as much. I'm going to put more water. And really squish it around, just like that. I just love all the layers that it brings up. And then I'm going to wipe it. Now, I don't have a water thing, so I'll use a squirty thing, so I'll have to use this. They didn't have any at AC Moore. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go here just with a wet brush. Nothing too crazy. Here. Okay, and then go back in and give it another wipe so we can see. Yeah. You could go with a little bit more water if you want before you dry it. See how like some of them flowers. So now, oh, I might want a little bit more coming off of here. Let's see. Don't do too much because it is tissue paper and it will lift. Now, you know, how upset that'll make you, I don't know. See, it's lifting right there a little bit. It's no big deal. But you could see the different layers that we've worked And that's what I like. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, where's my favorites? All right, we'll do sugar plum, which is like a magenta kind of, you know. And I'm going to open it up. And we're going in. You can use your sponge if you want. And I'm just going to lightly, with a light touch, because I don't need it to be crisp. Just run it down. If you've been with me, you guys know I've done this a million times. This could be a onion bag, bubble wrap, whatever you want. Okay. Nothing too fancy. And then I'm going to add some brightness, just a little bit. Not too worried about the keys, like, you know, how much they're showing. And no water this time, but I am going to dab off some of the extra. And I'm just pulling that through because what I want to do is, I really gotta, I didn't shake that very well, but that's okay. Stuck my whole brush in. I think I'm gonna do some, I don't know. Let me see what I think about that. No, I don't like that. Let's do just straight across. A little bit of water just to get it flowing. I'm going to even take it down this way. Throw that in there, and I have my bubble wrap sitting here. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I want. And then I'll just stamp it off on my lift it off, because that's going to add a whole other layer of texture as well. Now remember, I have my stuff written on white paper. It's picking up paper to paint that, which I don't care. I just use this all the time. Okay. Then I'm going to take another brush. I'm going to have it be dry. And I just want to like blend this a little bit. If it's any more is wet, seems like it might be dry. Maybe just a little dab of water. So it kind of blends in a little bit. Yeah, see on camera it looks harsh. I don't know why. The lighting is a little too pink there, because that's, you know, it's pink, but it's not that pink. Let's see. Brightness. Let's see if that's any better. I don't know. Tore that piece up. All right, you sit there. Now I'm going to try out my new stamp, and I'm going to use, I just love putting layers and layers and layers and layers of stuff, so sorry. I just like showing techniques and what I like to do. I got that at AC Moore as well for like $1 or something. Go to your local AC Moore. All right, so I'm going to push that in there. Take it up. You can see it got all the colors, all the colors. And just lay in another layer of deliciousness. Go back in. Maybe I'll take this off. You could put these in paint too. I love, you could tell who's a mixed media artist with your, on your stamps. Or a mess. Okay. Let's just stamp. I know, it's a mess. I love it. Because when I put my white down, you'll see. Oh, God, I love stamps. I love ink. Now, the question is, do I go in and try to clean off? We'll just tap that in. Tap it in. Okay. Anybody know a good way to clean when you mess them all up like that? To get them back to the colors? I don't know. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I'll be able to breathe. Okay. I'm going to cut this middle one out and segment it, and we're going to see how this one looks. Because you see when we put it in there, it's going to break it up. To me, okay, let me explain my thought process. This is chaos. Chaos, my life, chaos, right? All the things. This, it brings it down a little bit. So you see all the chaos behind it. Now I can, you know, do it out again. I'm not going to, but I could take my parchment or white or whatever. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm going to figure this out. Okay. And I'm just going to cut these. I love doing like messy art journal pages with no rhyme or reason. I love doing pretty ones too, but life's messy. Oh, I wish I had decorative scissors. I gotta look and see. I used to have a big drawer of them, but ever since I cleaned everything out, I don't know. See, because then it becomes just a background, and this is the apology. Does this, can anybody relate to this quote, or is it just me, the wacko? Because I'm a wacko. All right. Okay. So if I put this here, I want them to be fairly in the middle. You don't have to though. You can make it all to the side because that's crazy. That's something, you know. Okay. I'm going. I'm going to take my glue stick. I'm going to turn him over and I'm putting the glue down. Oh my goodness, and I'm gluing everything. Look at me. And you can, again, use Mod Podge. You could use whatever you want. Jesus. This is why I use Mod Podge. This is too much. I think my glue stick's about done too. So it's getting like extra sticky, which isn't the best thing in the world to me. You also could put the papers down and then write it. You don't have to do it necessarily how I'm doing it. And you don't have to use this quote. And you don't even have to just do something for, you know, today. Some sort of art. ATC card. Something. Okay. Sticky thing. Okay. Now, I mean, do you see how I was meaning? Like how it just kind of, I don't know. It like this almost becomes like this abstract painting in the background, I guess, to me. My brain on meds. But so then like this, just because that's what you focus on. But if you look, you could see all the layers, a little bit of bubble wrap, you know, stamps, a little bit of tear because that's me. But do you see? Just play, play. And like I said, when I put that on top for me, it kind of just brings it together. It's like when I look at it, it's like you're going to focus on what this says. And then I'm like, oh, wow, look at all the different backgrounds. And I didn't make it dark, but I made it a little bit grungy, like a pretty grunge. So that's how I did it, you know. I would love to see how you guys do yours, and let me know down below if this pertains to anything for you. You don't have to tell me the situation, but does this resonate at any point, maybe in your life? I would imagine that we all have things in our life that you don't get apologies for, you know? Maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody really angered you in the Walmart or somewhere. You know what I mean? And you've held on to it, or, you know, I mean, it's just life. We all have our minutes, our moments. Um, yeah, so that's what this is going to be today. Like I said, for me, I love it. It makes sense. And I love layering. Oh, do I love layering? I can just layer and layer and layer and layer. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Remember that old saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all? Yeah, well, let's try to work on that this week. And I will see you in my next video. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for all your love and support. It means the world to me. And like I said, I'm going to answer all the comments probably later on today and tomorrow because there's a lot. Uh, but just to let you guys know that I really appreciate. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.